Hey guys, welcome back. My name is Ezra and today I have another pull list video for you. This one is the most up-to-date pull list and this one will be up until Wednesday the 27th, so it is this week's pull list. Now, I've got 2 comics and one other one which I'll explain in a moment, but let's crack off with Pisces, issue number 2. If you didn't know anything about Pisces, it's to do with a gentleman who is actually in space. The first issue recaps on his past, part of his life, to do with him fighting the war in Vietnam. Now, the first issue I was a little bit disappointed with because it doesn't really touch on many of the space elements or where he is at the moment, and there's some quite weird stuff happening in issue 1. With issue 2, the front cover here, I thought, well, why not just carry on with this? Because if it's anything like Manhattan Projects, which I kind of picked up the vibes from in issue 1, I thought, well, why not carry on? But issue 2 has been a bit disappointing, I need to say. And the reason for that is it does more of the same in issue 1, so it still delves back into his past. There's a bit which, for I'd say maybe one panel or one page worth of panels, looks at where he is possibly now in space, but it really doesn't explain it anymore, and I think it's going to be one of these comics that actually this will be explained by the end of, say, the first story arc, so maybe comic number 6, which will be a bit disappointing. I'll probably stick with it because I'm sure, fingers crossed, I'm hoping that it gives us something good by that point. But Pisces has still been a bit disappointing, more of the same as per volume 1, just explaining a bit more of his backstory. Also looked at a bit about his personal life to do with his family and his father. Nothing too amazing to report, so maybe you guys may want to hold out until the trade edition of this, and I'll let you know when it does, and hopefully I'll let you know if it is worth picking it up at that point. So that's Pisces. Then we have Wayward, issue number 8. Again, still a fantastic series. In the last comic, you may have got a hint about Rory Lane, so in terms of the first story arc, possibly her still being around and a bit of a question as to what's happened to her. This comic, needless to say, does go into that in a bit more depth and explain what has happened basically to her. It's been really interesting actually, and it's been really nice to have the story arc of volume 1 tie into the story arc of the second part of the story, which has been awesome. There's not much fighting in this. It does go a bit more slow pace and there's more of an interaction between a few of the characters. I'm not going to say who they are yet because I don't want to ruin it for you, but this has been a really good read. Not as good as I'd say the previous issue. There's an awesome bit on the very last page of this issue which kind of brings, say, maybe another faction into the fold, which is going to be awesome if all hell breaks loose at some point in the second story. Yeah, have a look at the back, the very last page panel. It's awesome, fantastic. But that's been Wayward number 2, still loving it, so make sure to get that one now. There is a third comic which I wanted to tell you about called Letter 44. I will be giving you a review of 2 of the first trade paperbacks, volume 1 and volume 2. They're quite a way ahead of this. This is number, what is this one? I think this is number 14. Yes, it is, number 14. Now, the story of Letter 44, I'll go over very briefly with you, but I'll just say go and pick up the trades because they're fantastic. It's a sci-fi series to do with aliens in the far edge of our solar system. We don't know why they're there. It's kind of present day, and it's to do with the President of the United States and how he actually deals with it. It's fantastic. It's by Oni Press. Never heard of them as a publisher before. I think they're very small. That's probably why not very many of you may have heard of Letter 44, but it's absolutely fantastic. So make sure to go out there and pick this up. Trade paperback 1 and 2 are already out. Get involved in it now. Once I've read probably the 3rd trade paperback, I'll be giving you a review of that as well. As I can't pick up any more of these because I can't find them in stock, I won't be giving you any reviews soon on these. Just go out and pick it up. Another fantastic sci-fi read for you guys and for you sci-fi lovers. As I said, I will try to make sure to catch up on the previous 2 sets of pull lists, as there have been some really good comics in there and some awesome reads. Thank you ever so much for tuning in again. As I've said previously, make sure to subscribe to my channel. Check us out on Facebook, Instagram and Twitter, all the social stuff. Thank you ever so much for watching, and I'll see you all next time. Bye bye.